allow me be selfish for a moment.
And I feel like toxicity is kind of like a cycle. You see, our parents being toxic to us, your time when maybe you were younger, hata ukiona kama toxic, it's until you grow that you realize, and by the way, ABCD was not right.
No, for us, man, I feel it's toxic when they tell us the man should not cry, stuff like that. It's a good way of making you strong, but it's also a bad way of making you strong. I don't know if you get.
Yeah,
it's a good way, but also a bad way.
Hello guys, welcome to Startup Inside Podcast, where we speak about all kinds of conversation, love, dating, relationship. I'm your host Sophia Moni, and today we have
Dero Boss, Mr. DERROHBOSS.
And Sonia Kale.
You're welcome. So today, guys, we were going to continue with the episode of toxic family or relatives. And when we speak of toxic family, when you hear a word family, what comes in mind is
So basically, family is supposed to be warm, loving, healthy, but sometimes it can get toxic too fast. And at a toxic, first of all, what does toxic even mean, basically?
From my own understanding, I don't know how to put it, but I know what it means. Like toxic is
Like a negative.
negative energy.
Yeah.
toxic is basically a negative energy whereby someone doesn't make you better. They make you feel unwanted, unloved, insecure. And this has effects on people because people tend to be negative, because there's a word that says when you consider positive reactions, you'll be motivated to positive actions. So when you consider negative reactions, you'll be motivated to negative actions. So what do you think about this topic? Because it's a topic that should be spoken about, yeah.
Yeah.
Because think about this. On your childhood, there are many things that you realize later when you're an adult, that when you were a child you didn't know that your family was toxic. Let me give you an example. Like, tumegrow tukiwa watoi, and it's normal for someone to kuambiwa wash the utensils, check up for your siblings, but it's toxic when the parents overdo it, in that unakosa kufanya homework yako, unakosa kupata enough sleep just because you have to take care of your siblings, kuosha vyombo, you can't play. What do you think about that?
Yeah, cause even me, I think there's one thing that made me realize sometimes, cause it's not only the society. For us men, allow me be selfish for a moment.
Okay.
Like you see, like for the example you've given, even for us men, I think there's a toxic thing with the way we are forced to be men. You see, like the way you are told to go look after the children. Now for us men, I feel it's toxic when they tell us the man should not cry, stuff like that. It's a good way of making you strong, but it's also a bad way of making you strong. I don't know if you get.
Yeah, I
It's
get
a
what
good
you're
way, but
saying.
also a bad way.
And then I feel like toxicity is kind of like a cycle. You see, our parents being toxic to us, your time when maybe you were younger, hata ukiona kama ni toxic, it's until you grow that you realize, and by the way, ABCD was not right. But you find that even them growing up, that's how they were raised, okay?
And they
People who
transfer it
raised
to
them,
you.
raised them like that. So it's really like,
It's a cycle.
It's a cycle.
Yeah, it was in circular. Yeah.
yeah.
Because one thing with something you don't know is that you will transfer it to some. Like you see, if my parent brought me up knowing that I should cane a child because they are wrong, I'll if they were caning me, I'll cane a child. But you see, if you realize there's another way of talking to that child, you see, it changes the whole dynamic of things.
There was something I was thinking about. When I was growing up, my mom used to criticize the behavior, but not the person. But I see many parents doing it very differently and in a bad way. Instead of criticizing the behavior, they criticize the child. And this makes the child feel very insecure. And you grow up knowing mi siwezi pendwa, I can't be loved. And it affects other people also, the way you love people. Unajipata you can't love people enough, you don't feel accepted by people, na ina affect other people around you, right?
Yeah.
Ama-
You just feel like you are the problem,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah, because someone told me if you don't love yourself, you can't love someone.
Yeah.
True. But then again, wetu umesema ni situations zingine zinakufanya usijipende, because I think the technique of like you know, when there's a problem, even as a couple or whatever, the issue should not be between you two. The issue should be about that specific issue.
Yeah.
It should be you, me, you against that
Issue,
specific issue.
not
So,
you against
against me,
It
yeah.
doesn't fix anything. It's,
Yeah.
you know, sometimes people don't fix the problem.
True.
Yeah, no, sometimes people fix the problem, but they don't fix the thing, as in, what would I say? People fix.
I get what you're trying to
I
say.
get what you're saying.
Lazima itakuja, because I must say that thing that I want to say. But if you have experienced this dynamic of toxic family thing, it gets beyond frustration and depression.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because the word family can bring to mind an array of a complex feeling, and this is especially, it begins from your childhood, and from your childhood, now as we have grown up, our current situation peer determines who we are. Because if you grow up in a toxic family, most of us don't realize it, but most realize it. Kwa sababu siku hizi kama kuna mtoi, there's a child I know, the mother kila siku akitoka nje kucheza, the child can't play at all, because the mama ana believe mtoi hafai kucheza kutoka nje. Yeye ana believe mtoi anafaa kukaa kwa nyumba, because you hafai kupata uchafu, nguo zifai kuwa chafu. You know, that's
toys
very
huko kwa
toxic,
nyumba.
because hiyo ni freedom ya mtoi na ni right yake.
He's supposed to live at the age that he's at.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I feel like this is something that should be spoken about, because unapata watu wana grow up na very negative attitude on life. Wanaangalia life in a very different aspect, and it's really bad, because tunafaa ku grow up tukijua I have support system. I have to be positive in life. But most of us were brought in a very negative environment, which I don't think I support it. Like, we should really try to advocate for that to change.
Because you see, even you see, words alone can be toxic.
Yeah.
That's what I've realized over the years. Because the way someone talks to you, be it your dad, be it your brother, be it your sister, be it your cousin, the way someone talks to you determines like what you'll reciprocate to other people. Because if you're brought up in an environment yenye kila siku, like for example, you're told sijui, if you go to school you don't get an A, sijui nini, you might get that A, but you'll make someone else feel like maybe for you knew how to handle it, but then if you grow up, then you have someone else saying sijui in school sijui I'm facing this, then you'll do the same thing that was done. You'll be like, we usipopata wewe bana. Sasa that's when we start destroying people, cause
People don't study to get the knowledge. People actually study to just make the parents happy. Yeah, uone tu nimepata kitu ulikuwa unataka. But I feel parents should do it more better, because we need educated people. And when we say educated people, we need smart people who can sit down and think clearly without being forced. Mtu anaweza kaa chini. Do you listen out to people who are learned? Kuna mtu anaweza kaa chini akwambia kitu kwa like, what are you saying? I mean,
Exactly.
You know what I'm
people
saying?
think that being educated automatically makes you reasonable, but no,
It
honestly.
doesn't
I feel
at
like
all.
unalearn kwa reasonable from the school of life, you know,
Yeah.
just experiences na nini. So unaweza kuwa umesoma hadi kuna PhD, lakini wewe tu ni bongo lala tu.
Yeah.
You're just not a reasonable type of person.
So I think what parents should do when you raise your child, I mean, you're supposed to be very supportive, yeah? Like, you know, I don't know how you take education, but education is the key. You know, parents don't understand one another in force. It's not supposed to be a force. It's supposed to be like, show me that I need this education to become a better woman or a better man, right? And the child, you know, the way we are brought up, ndio so grow tukijua. So if you teach a child that anyway, education is the key. I'm not forcing you, but it is your life. If you want to become a better person in life, if you want to look at life at a very good and have a sense and purpose in life, you have to study and make sure you get the knowledge. ungekuwa unapata mse anang'ana kusoma a get your knowledge, not basically sijui ndio nipate
Just
A
for new
sijui nini,
validation. And
you
most of
know.
the time, you're just doing it to make your parents happy. So me, I think, by the way, and one thing I love about our generation, we're being broad-minded
Yeah.
about many things. Education is nice, yes, honestly
It is the key,
but then
yeah.
again, it's not for everybody, you know. But me sema heri tu kumesoma and you have those two papers somewhere other than unazitaji na hauna. But still, parents should, yani very much, I cannot even, hata sijui naweza stress aje. You know,
crazy.
me growing up, I was really active in, like, you know, music festivals, drama festivals, but all the time I was made small, like, no, this is not nice, focus on this, you know, you're not
I
getting this
understand
and
where-
this, you're not
that
getting
was
an
toxic,
A because you're focusing your time on music festivals. But then again, mimi, like, legit ilikuwa too hard for me. Shule ilikuwa ngumu.
okay.
Sincerely,
Hey,
unaona?
school bana.
Unaweza kuwa unasoma usiku nzima chemistry unapata tu like your D minor or something. Unaona, mzazi anadhani you're not being serious, you see. So me, I think as a parent, honestly speaking, kila mtoto anakuanga different na kila mtoto ako na their strong points. Unajua, ya mtu wangu inaweza kuwa ni kuimba, yako inaweza kuwa maybe mcheza football. Invest in those things. Asome, yes, but pia co-curricular activities, talent. Invest in those. Don't put your child down just because you feel like just because this and this did not work for you, you feel like it will not work for them. I think
their insecurities, you know,
Yeah.
sometimes parents tend to take their insecurity to their children, yeah,
Exactly.
because alipitia this certain thing ataki upitie, so ana feel the way to get you to the right path ni ku use a different way which is bad, which inakuham.
yeah.
But now, to me, I know education is the key, and I feel like all parents should advocate for that, because honestly, it's the key, especially for the poor. Honestly, for the poor, education is the key.
Yeah.
But again, I feel it should not be used as a force. Yeah, it's supposed to be something and you motivate your child to do it.
True, honestly, because
Nugget.
unajua ukiwa hostile hata mtoto wako anakuwa anaogopa shule pia yeye. Juu inakuwa ni kama ni anaenda vita. Yani,
Yeah,
you know,
motivate your child, unamwambia, you know what, education is the key, wenda usome, but also focus on your talent, because these talents usaidia watoi,
Sana.
these talents help. So I mean, I feel like if parents really, they help you study, they help you with your education, they also help you with your goals, achieve your dreams, tungekuwa mbali sana sahi.
Sana.
Yeah, because right now
Sana.
kids think sahi kenye mtu anafikiria ni masomo si kitu. Right now they don't feel like it's anything, kwa sababu ilitumiwa as a force instead of a motivation. So mtu ana feel like mi hata naweza enda nifanye job na nipate do na anyways, which is happening right now. Unaweza pata mtu hajasoma but they have a really nice job.
yeah. Education is just a plus. It's really not everything,
Yeah.
but it's a plus, an
It's a plus.
important plus.
Exactly. Yeah.
Then for me, the word family, I think, means in the simplest form is where you find refuge. So I was thinking like these days kuna cases sijui okay, it was from like way back, these stories of drugs and stuff, but siku hizi imefika hadi point people are killing themselves, sijui kuna relationships watu wanadungana visu, and I'm like if there's
support
a
system.
yeah, if there was that nini
Support
true
system.
anchor ya family, like I think you like the toxic trait kuingia into families imefanya people go just their ways.
Exactly.
Like,
I know what you're saying.
do you know, like,
Sorry.
these days, like people don't even, like, you can be like more than a sister to me, like
To your friend more than
yeah,
to your
like a friend can be more than a
Yeah.
sister, kuliko vile
Exactly.
sister yako will be a sister to you,
Yeah.
because
Okay,
They don't-
family is
Sure.
really important. I guess
Yes.
because
It is.
I think it's the most important
It
for
is.
society, because
Uh-huh.
you're ya kwanza. That's the first like social whatever you'd be in, you know. But then again, we believe pia family is just by chance. Honestly speaking, maybe ni by chance. You know?
I understand what you're saying, because even the Bible says there's a friend who is better than a brother.
Exactly. Because maybe in another life, my relatives will not have been my, relatives. And I feel
True.
toxicity comes in when now your family, you wanna feel like
They're so
owe
entitled
them-
to you.
Exactly. Entitlement. You owe them. Mtu anakuwekea expectations, you know.
When you first born, hapa ndo
Mimi
first born.
first.
Let me tell you something. Yeah?
Unlike
Let's
you.
put up,
God.
you have siblings behind you.
Yeah, I do too.
Kuna
Unlike
ipo
you.
chenye mu feel sometimes we are toxic to the older ones, ile tunaweka kwa position ya, especially if
Tell me about
your parents you're not at a better position financially, yeah, whereby tunaput firstborns like atijua kona do lazima educate our watu wako nyuma, you know, that's so toxic. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You're
Now you've come back to the
Nata.
point yenye nilikuwa nasema hata sisi men we've been
You've
put
lived-
there.
okay, yeah. Na hata kama si financial, like I feel like most first
all the
ones
burden
wananga-
is
it's a lot of burden, unajua.
Yeah.
Kuna wale wenye maybe like when they were younger, just like as you've said, unaweza kwa first maybe kuna assignment, but no, you cannot do this assignment because there are kids to look after, there's supper to cook, you know, and you have to do them because ni wewe.
not even you have to do them, you're being called. It's like now you are the father now.
They're
yeah?
making you to
like,
do them. You
yeah,
have, like,
kwanza
hata
unapigiwa,
kuna
unajua
choice.
ile days unapigagwa. Sophia agenda shule by the way. Wewe unajua already ni fair. Hiyo ni fee. Yeah? And na feel mi si first born, mi last born. I know, I understand how it feels
Hey,
because
last born so
Hey, last boy. Wow.
I also a last born. Last born so
Must be nice.
yeah, it
honestly.
must be
And I feel
nice.
like kwanza firstborns really have it rough.
Actually, they do.
You know, wanasemanga most firstborns wakwangi planned kids, you know. Inaweza kuwa tu imehappen.
True.
You know, just sometimes. So unaweza pata maybe both the parents were not ready
for
to have the
it,
kids.
yeah.
So, we know because I think the more I grow, the more I realize even our parents are still growing in a way.
Yeah, they
Inside
are.
them there's a child.
You know, when you're growing up, your parents are growing older.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So it's both
Yeah.
both parts zote kuna changes, yeah. Now also na feel toxicity kwa family ina come when your needs were not met when you were a kid.
Yeah.
When you're a
And
child
sana
age.
emotional needs, unajua.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you something, unaweza kuwa in a situation whereby you have everything, you have all the materials, unajua wewe unakwanga umelipiwa fee, haumisingi trip, you have all the
Everything, yani everything
but,
is there for you.
Yeah, but then
Yeah?
your parents are emotionally unavailable. Unajua, and that's just that is the
You have everything but love.
exactly.
Hauna love.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
What about parents who were really involved in your life and they didn't give you space for your growth? Like,
ooh, that's
ile-
so toxic. Because they want to attach, like ni kama they feel like, okay, I get, yes, you're my parent, lakini we are on different paths na kila mtu ako na maisha yake, but I feel like some parents are feeling like
They're so
wewe ni-
entitled.
wewe
When
ni
they-
wangu.
in that
Quite
they
care.
tend to wanna prevent growth yako na development yako. Yeah, na una grow, ukigrow juu saa unajua hiyo ukiwa mtoi you have a lot, like your mind is really active. You have a lot of opportunities and a lot of energy to really plan your life out. But now parents tend to, yes, they're doing it right, but they're squeezing us sana.
Too
Ile
much.
design, they're not giving you space for your own growth and development. Ile design, you can sit down and think for yourself something, now make decision. They tend to make decisions for you, everything for you. So okay, grow up hadi ku make decision una feel like it's not the right decision because you're grown to someone making your decisions.
Yeah.
Unaget?
Because me, I think they should be more of tutors rather than more.
Guide, they
Why
should
do
be
you
like
think?
a guide,
Yeah, like a guide,
like just guide me, but understand that
I also
need to
have my
grow.
own path.
This is my path. This is my
Yeah,
life.
and
you
I
know.
also have dreams,
And I need
goals.
space
Yeah.
to be able to explore all I
Yeah.
can do. Yani
'Cause-
without you interfering,
Eh.
or you know, just because something did not work for you, now you think it will not
Work for me.
But
It doesn't
and you
go
know
that
they
way.
don't know they do it wrong. Wanadhaniaga they are doing it right,
Yeah.
but they are in a way delaying our lives, opportunity and our goals. Because me na feel tukiwa toi tuko na a lot of dreams, tuko na a lot of things that we can achieve.
Yeah.
Yani
honestly.
tukipatiwa hiyo motivation na support, we can do a lot. But they're being squeezed, they're being
compressed.
sana.
Like,
Me,
you
I feel some parents, cause they say around your 20s is that's when you have time to make mistakes. Like if you start a business, you fail. By the time you gonga in 30,
Exactly, hawakupatia hiyo chance ya
sasa them
both
they,
emotionally and physically.
they have brought us up in a way that I'll make decisions for you.
Yeah. True.
Like for example, like my parents says, you done with high school, but me, I'm taking you to law school. Now, maybe
Like
me, I
that.
wanted to do music.
Yeah,
They're like, I'll
yeah.
take you to law school. I know of someone who knows someone. You'll finish Nini from Sijui KSL. I put you uendelee na kazi, then I
Just
leave you
thought of
alone.
something.
You know, I think kwanza, like, as a parent, sincerely, you're not supposed to. There's this post I read some days ago. Ilikuwa inasema, you claim that you love your child, but one day when he comes, I decide, yeah, maybe anaitwa Jessie. I decide now anaitwa Jessica. I know this is quite controversial, but like, if you know hauko ready hata for your child to make their own decisions, kama your decision ya sexuality, which is very sensitive, don't have that kid. Don't have a kid, you know, because I feel like a parent's love is so, it has to be so selfless, yani so a lot but so selfless. Unajua, I have to love you enough to give you the space to be you, your authentic self, and unajua mtoto akiwa the authentic self, they can blossom vizuri sana.
Yeah.
Vizuri,
You know?
yeah, true.
Because like right from a young age, I love the way kids think. Watoto hawafikirangi na limitations, unajua,
Na kwagi negative, they're
na kwagi
always
negative,
positive,
yeah.
always about
And they
they're
don't
just
even think of
adorable.
the
Oh
things that can
God.
go wrong, you know. It's just our parents and the people around us that tukigrow up on a hapana, unajua sasa, for example, unataka kufanya journalism, unajua journalism inakuanga crowded sana, wachana nayo, you know.
Let me tell you something. I just remembered something. My mom brought us in a way that ungewahi simama hivi na chali muongeleshe. I remember this day I was standing with my guys tunaongea na mabeshte zangu. Do you know my mom came out of nowhere, alipiga wa machali. Yaani
Aliwapiga.
Nasikia tu.
Alikuwa mbeba mwiko. I'm not lying, for real. My mom.
Cheers to us wenye tulitengenezwa na mwiko.
Tulikuwa unachunwa hapa, lakini hiyo siku sasa because nilikuwa nje, nilikuja na mwiko. Walipigwa. Yani I was even afraid. Yani you're insecure, ukienda mali you're just insecure, mama anaweza tokea mahali anywhere akupiga kofi moja uchanganikiwe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do you know the shame you have to like walk with?
Exactly.
They're like, hey,
No one wants to
mama
stand
Sophie,
you.
mama Sophie.
Yeah, because anaogopa hata soma na hivi kidogo asikie.
Mamako ni mtiaji.
My friend walitandikwa.
And do you know, uki so people start having that perception, yeah. Kwa kina Sophie si kuzuri.
Make them feel less
Mold the
of
kids.
a person just because.
And criticize the behavior of the child.
Yeah.
You know, kama amefanya mistake, don't usianze kumwambia ati you are very stupid, hata utaenda mbali. You know, that's a
You're
curse.
downgrading that child.
Hata si downgrading. You know what a parent can speak can go to your future. Na isimame na ni hapo na ni hapo.
Power of
Mimi
the
wana
tongue,
believe sana, especially our parents. They really
Especially
jinx.
that grown up person.
They really jinx a lot. Unajua,
Exactly.
like for example, maybe inakwanga, maybe wewe umepotezanga masimu. Hakuna mtu anapenda kupoteza simu, but it just happens.
Ni wenyewe
Just
wanapotea.
hold on. Hold on.
Ni wenyewe
Ngoja kidogo. Ngoja kidogo.
relation.
Sasa haya. Now maybe umebuy, for example, umepoteza simu kama tatu. Sawa, then you like bought for another phone, right? Then every time maybe you're going out, unashoka kuambia, "Nata hiyo poteze." May I feel like unataka kupotea. And I feel like power of the tongue from a parent.
Yeah, parents they speak na inafanyika for real.
Exactly. They really jinx a lot of things. I don't know if they know.
But you
But
know,
wachungane
parents
sana.
from way back, even by God, they've been given that. You know, parents say that's why when our parents pray for us, there's some things that we are being protected from because it's them, them. They have that power, you know.
Yeah.
So we love our parents so much, but I wish. Yeah, they just look at life at a very different perspective. We appreciate them. We're not criticizing them. We're just criticizing their behavior. That we need them to change to make a better generation for this world.
Yeah.
Kwa sababu sahi, the things that sometimes people the things that kids are doing right now, you cannot
Be
fathom.
wild.
You cannot
That's
fathom.
wild.
Kwanza hizi stories za wababas.
Oh God. Don't even go there because what the fuck are you saying?
I think the pressure from parents sometimes, yeah, you have to sijui umoka by sijui what, because there's some parents that pressure you.
There are.
You
That's
know,
what I'm
they're
saying,
like,
we have different
mimi
kinds of
sikukuwa
parents.
nini, unataka uishi maisha yangu bala ya kuambia nini.
So you're thinking of by the way, whatever you said makes sense.
Right.
But me vile sikufikiria in that sense. There's a time my mom was like, why are you dating this guy? Yeah, and he doesn't have money. Why not? So like,
I relate.
when you say money, what do you mean? Because kama unataka I be with someone who has money, that means I have to take someone's husband.
Or just any
Because
random
that's
person
someone
with
who's
money.
made, mold. Usisema because these are not random. Acha
Yeah.
nikwambie, when you see a man having money, he's
Lazima
already made by
there's a
someone.
woman behind.
Now he already has a family.
Yeah.
Because men tend to start now working hard when they have a family. Acha now masele wadogo yana rise because
But
of
you know,
music and stuff. No.
Yeah, but you know there's some people in cults. Kuna watu wako cults
By
tu.
the
Ana
way,
bibi ana
not
nini?
all
Ako
riches are genuine.
ako tu kwa cult. Umse ana do. You're
Sasa
like
ndio nasema sometimes
Just what
parents
about
push push watoi to very things that you cannot fathom even yourself. You know what I'm saying?
And even hata kama parents, hata relatives in general, to like to set some unnecessary
Actually,
expectations.
thank you for
from
coming to the
you,
topic.
you know.
Let's now talk about this relative thing, Bana. We have to talk
Uncle.
about it.
uncle. Uncle.
Acha nikushow. Relatives. Hey.
Unakuangana kama, so for example, wale wenye I was telling you earlier, the ones that are maybe financially blessed. Unajua kuna wenye wanaona tu like they're just genuine people. Unajua,
Yeah,
willing
very
to help
genuine,
you,
yeah.
could always reach out to them and they will, you know, come through.
Yeah.
But then sasa now I feel like some relatives now start feeling now, yani wanakuwa sana entitled. Unajua,
Expectations
it's
go
like
for
you
you.
owe them. It's like now your responsibility.
Nani does
Take care
that
of
thing?
them. Everything.
There's
Yeah.
this
Ni
guy.
kama fee mtoto wangu hajalipiwa fee.
Aha.
Lipa fee. Tujakula, imagine leo
Hata
super
tujakula-
tujakula, imagine.
imagine.
Sijui na nini. So you
Inakuwa
have to
ni kama
send.
sasa
Ati-
unafanya kama sasa wanakulea.
Nani hata akona exam kesho najaenda shule hata sina pesa hata bob. Sijui niko na
Yeah.
chama.
That's so toxic.
You know,
honestly.
but
Because
there's-
you're putting them in
Ukinyimwa-
a tight spot.
Yeah.
Ukinyimwa,
When you don't give
Squeeze
them,
ako na maringo.
they tend to hate. They tend to
Yeah.
hate. And it's not anyone's responsibility to take care of anyone's family. You know, people have their own family. You know, sometimes we see people with money. Tunadhani hizo pesa ni kazi na wakati ile design. They have money. Now they can give. People have money and hiyo pesa iko na kazi yake. Yeah? People have money but
Kwanza with this economy. Wait.
so sometimes wana watu wanaona wase wako na do, but also remember those people, they made that money, they worked for it. Na hiyo pesa iko na, yani kuna kitu inatumika kufanya. Sasa iko tu hapo idle, mtu ampata pesa alafu zimekaa tu yeye tu ni kusaidiana, kupeana. You know, family tend to like hizo relatives that auntie tunaangalia tu up to auntie everything. Kama sijui mtoto anafaa kwenda trip auntie. I mean we should stop that honestly.
But
Yeah?
also at the same time, the way Sonia amesema, these relatives wako na do. Nani does this thing? Austin Muigai.
Yeah.
This uncle, this uncles wenye wako na
now he's
pesa.
gonna portray their negative
Eh,
side.
now they're like, si baba yako nilimwambia. Now, if you wanna help me, just help
Go ahead and
me.
help me.
Don't start telling me, you told my father to invest where akakata. That's
By
him.
the way,
If you wanna help me, just help
That's
me, let
really
me
bad.
go.
Because
Eh.
kuna wale wenye they don't help you from a good place. Some people help you ndio forever ukwange inaitwa ni nini, indebted to them, you know?
You're dependent
Kwange
on
tu
them.
like uko dependent wakufanya
That
kama
point, that
kanini,
point.
kama ka yani
And you know that watu kama hao, they don't want you to grow. Your
Exactly.
relatives, they
Yeah.
want you to always be under them.
under them
They want to help you, yes, but not to
too
grow more
much
than
for you
them.
to grow.
Because I remember there's a
Wanataka
day.
tukue hapo under them, and they some of them mistreat you hata.
Yeah.
I remember there was this aunt of mine, yeah. Manze mimi nafaa kwenda shule. Yani ananipatia 1000. Na mimi ni dem. Nafaa niko boarding 1000. Hiyo ndio fare. Hiyo ndio kubuy shopping.
That's more than enough.
Let me tell you, when I'm there, nilikuwa napatiwa kazi kutoka asubuhi hadi jioni, nalala kutoka saa 5 usiku. They're having fun. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's not like I'm not thankful. I am, but
It was alikuwa na kunini just because unajua just vile umesema tu when you're helping
because
someone,
alikuwa
just
anaangalia
relax.
mamangu anaona hii wewe hakuna kitu atafanya, she doesn't have a husband, she's just
Yeah.
there, she doesn't have money. No, she was taking advantage, you know.
So you used to be given 1,000 bob.
My friend.
Sisi tulikuwa tunapewa 200.
Ushidanganya watu.
200 bob.
Ushidanganya watu. Mimi ni dem. Unajua leo ni kwamba mimi ni dem. Lazima I have to get pads.
But
I have to get
the 1,000 bob it's out of shopping. It's 1,000 bob shopping.
for fare ya kwenda shule kurudi. Breakfast you're supposed to buy yourself. So mpati na shule.
You just buy
And was she
ndazis.
able like financially?
And you were harrier.
Si haria. This person alikuwa anapatia the other children ma 10k, machali kwanza. Ma 20k.
Wende kula lollipop
No,
funky.
unapatiwa nini?
I
Kwa
was
sawa.
crying. Let me tell you, I was crying. I was breaking down. I was
I'm so sorry.
It was really a hard time. You have to imagine place wanaishi na shule, it's like nimetumia kitu kama 400. So you nyumba.
You have 200.
Ilikuwa inabidi shule go lie to people, I don't eat this and this.
Because you go with 400, come back with 400.
Because I don't have money, but they know I'm coming from this rich side. But
but you know, yeah, because but you know, I think that line came with an advantage because people tend to believe people from easy families zimejiweza.
I swear.
When a rich kid akikwambia, "Hey, me I don't take spaghetti. Aki spaghetti has nini." You like, "Spaghetti me buy. Spaghetti me buy." So they won't know the problems you're going through because they're like,
I was
"Hey,
really
I
going
want
a
it
lot.
longer."
Nilikuwa ninabaki DH peke yangu, I just start praying, I cry. You know what I'm saying? I cry. As we do, people are taking breakfast, sizi kula hadi mkate because Sophia anataka kula mkate, but I have to pretend.
Because you're like, "Hey, me and yeast. Me and yeast." But
So
when you go
wanakula, akinabaki kwa down sasa niko nalia, that I'm like, God, why? But you know,
And what about those relatives in here? Can even be your age mates, by the way. Like, wanakufanya, I feel with family, relatives really extended. Kunafaa kuwa na a lot of boundaries.
Boundaries lazima.
Too much unnecessary closeness is actually what hata inalidingi watu to kuanza
Not
kukosana.
actually, that is what leads.
Si ndio?
That
Too
is what
much
leads.
familiarity. Yani wewe ni kazi yangu, you know everything about me. Unajua huyu ndio nini, huyu ndio nini.
Kwanza hiyo
Because
kushinda
what
shinda
happens,
sijui na makazi wako home.
what happens tukikosana? Tukikosana,
Moshe
we'll go
anaenda
now
kwa-
tell, maybe we'll go tell another cousin. Unajua? Then not only that.
Hata
Mimi
hata
feel
mkikosana.
umenikosea. Maybe as a lady I'll
But now I understand because my mom was brought up in. My mom got pregnant when she was around 12 years old, and I think your time out was walikuwa nakataliwa kwao. So after she got pregnant, she got married immediately, and my dad used to beat my mom. So my mom, I think, alikuwa na insecurity because hakupata your love from the parents now. Because if she was pregnant, I feel like wangemfanya feel, you know what, it's okay to be pregnant.
Yeah.
We'll take care of the kid, we'll go to school. You know, just wakwena
They normalize the
each
situation.
and
Yeah.
every step of her life, you know.
Yeah.
She could have become a better person.
instead of stigmatizing her.
But now she's left alone. She's 12 years. She has 2 children, and she's very young. Yeah, she's been beaten by the husband, and by the time atoke kwa hiyo marriage, she was really, my mom alikuwa hadi haizi ongea na stomach, like ile she was going through a lot. You know what I'm saying? And she's very young, so I think you really passed through us. Ile design akinipa ongea na kijana, she's just afraid. Ndo
Yeah.
She's like
Yeah.
stucky kufanyikie.
Sitaki
Yeah.
kupaniki. I really went through. Yeah, so I understand, but again, I think parents should.
Heal.
Yeah, they should
heal.
heal.
So you-
I know
So-
it can be very difficult. Healing is not a beautiful.
It's not easy. It's
process,
not one thing at
honestly.
a
It's
one
not,
moment.
you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, but we all need healing.
Yeah,
One
we
way or
all need
another.
healing one way or
Because you
another.
think now for you, your mom, for her, she sees like I'm doing the best for my
Yeah.
daughter.
Yeah.
She knows she's doing it the right way. She's not wrong
Yeah.
to caution you with,
Yeah,
with
exactly.
boys and stuff, but she's not doing it in the right
She's
way.
also
Right
hurting
way.
me.
Because now for you you'll be like, ai kwani
Because
see I
right
can
now,
think in a nani
now
do
I was
that.
thinking, now after she did that, nano ilikuwa ile mentality ya my mom doesn't love me. Yeah, at any simplest mistake I make, ananipiga. That was my mom. Literally any. Ukikosa hivi kidogo, she disciplines you, yeah? And it made me feel very insecure and very unwanted. Ile design hadi now I stopped talking to my friends because nilikuwa na feel I'm unwanted, I'm not loved. I cannot speak to someone, and nilipaga home for 2 weeks and I was very young. You can imagine, that's how I grew up, yeah? But now coming to this age, I realized, oh, she went through a lot, but still I feel she could have find a way to heal fast.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
because
saying?
you're also too young to experience.
Exactly.
Hizo unajua,
Like-
and I feel like some parents ni kama hawaonangi, you know, like in that moment maybe they realize later that was wrong, but then again some of them are too egotistical.
My
to
mom
even,
is
like,
very
admit.
apologetic, by the way. Atakwambia
That's
sorry
nice.
and then ata repeat tena. You see,
Okay, not sorry.
no, ile like sorry. My mom is like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do this and this. But nowadays she's healing because atasema kitu and then akwambia sorry and then she doesn't repeat it. My mom is very apologetic and I think now ana heal. Ile kuheal nayo ana heal and I'm very happy for her. So the same to other parents. They should heal.
Yeah.
When you handle a child, especially our age, it's a very sensitive age.
Yeah.
It's an age you're supposed to be very cautious, yeah? It's an age where ukifanya hivi mistake, umeharibu kila kitu.
Yeah.
So parents should really invest in their children sana.
And create a room of like vulnerability, like
Yeah.
a safe space, you know.
Could you
Like,
speak
such
to your mom about anything? Like, actually, right now at your age,
Honestly.
can you speak to your mom about anything? Like, I have a boyfriend and stuff.
Me, I cannot.
Honestly, yes,
Yeah.
I can, you know, I can. But right now, it's because I'm grown. But I feel like when I was younger is when I would have needed a lot of. Because right now,
Yeah.
at least you grow,
That time
you
ulikuwa
get
na adolescence.
friends. Yeah, you're trying to get
That
friends, so
age.
mna share experiences.
Yeah.
So inakuwa too, like, I'd say I need to share with her. But then I feel like when I was younger, ningekuwa
Ingekuwa
very
poa, ingekuwa
important,
juu
you know.
saa hii you feel like you have, because I have a big
Yeah.
sister I can share to, you
exactly.
have friends
I
you
have
can
big
tell.
cousins who are like my
Yeah.
sisters. So it's like
Hiyo age
I
ya
mean,
so ingekuwa poa.
very.
It could ingekuwa friendly. And I have a friend
Yeah.
of mine, the mom, she's very young, like younger than me. The mom is very, yani, Ushana, a very open mother. Like they can talk about anything, yeah? Like, mom, I have this guy, he likes me, and the mom is like, you're still too young. I mean, just right now it's time for you to study. You're very smart. Then even the way she talks to her, you got like,
It's nice.
mbona sikupata
Unajua
hii?
inafaa kwa hivyo, unajua?
You know what I'm saying?
like-
What are you thinking
Mama,
about?
Unafaa, I think anafaa kwa nini parent, a mom or dad, anafaa kwa create safe space tangu kuwe mdogo. So hata ugrow hata uko na miaka 28, you never feel ish about sharing with your parent, unajua?
Me, I'm trying to think. It is me going to my mom. Nimwambie,
I have a girlfriend.
unajua mom, niko na slippers.
Mbona serious?
My mom.
I know, I just love the reaction. I think give your father slippers.
Because
Not looking back.
my mom believes she's still in that era ya if ujagonga kidhate wachana na wasichana ugonga kidhates and stuff so that you start looking for, because I think she also passed through some shit like just like your mom, but I don't know what it was exactly because I didn't ask her. So
It's okay.
she's like, it doesn't matter kama wewe ni kijana ama wewe ni msichana, hii mambo wachana.
But unajua ingekuwa better kama anakwambia usiniambie tunaachana na kitu, kuna unaniambia niachane nayo. Achana
Tell
nayo
me why.
because this and this
Give me a
and this and
reason.
this.
Give me a
You know,
reason, yeah.
or tell me what can happen so that I
Yeah.
proceed with caution. Unajua? Iko
Mimi-
uliniambianga. Lakini story tu mzazi anakukanya na hata ujui mbona unakanywa.
True.
You know?
Then I think me, for my mom, the reason why she says that is because I think some of her brothers have had bad experiences with wives. So
Okay.
she doesn't like explain to you. She's like, unataka kuwa kama anko yako. Then she's done.
But wait, you know something I can relate to your mom kwa sababu there are people you can tell but they don't listen. Sometimes tunasema parents, but there are kids that don't listen. Kuna mtu unaweza mwambia hii but yeye anasikia hii.
Hata wako toxic.
Yeah, they're very toxic kwa sababu you're trying to tell a kid this, yanafanya ingine. So sometimes parents don't, as in, kuna parents wenye wako wrong kwa sababu kuna mtu yasikizi at all.
Yeah.
Unamwambia kitu asikia na feel whatever they think is right, that is what is right. You know what I'm saying? So I feel as we finish this family thing, toxic family thing, I feel our parents, all of us, our parents, they all have different stories. They have different experiences. And yes, we agree. As kids we are different. Sindo si wale tuko different. Vile uko si vile sister yako. Mimi mama yangu kwanza nilikuwa akiniambia ati, "Mbona usiweka sister yako? My sister is very humble, very
That
calm."
thing is toxic.
She's- let me tell you so minjo kai. My sister is a genius. Ushasikia ule mtu wa A. Ule she doesn't need to study at all. It's an A and an A, like she's very quiet, she's very disciplined. That's her. And then Mimi, I'm a very different person from her. But now my mom uses that to attack me. and it affected me sana.
I think
Yeah?
it's toxic.
It's
Comparison.
really, comparison is so bad
Yeah.
because now
Bad.
like unajua when it's not every kid is different and once you understand that you learn how to appreciate your kids
Exactly.
in their own different ways, you know.
So imagine if we had a class full of your sister, like
Honestly,
bro, if there are 48 students, number 1 to 48, they're all like your sisters.
So ndio nasema, that's what I was saying. I wish my mom understood that we are different and our differences. I'm saying this to all parents because they have to know that kids are different, but their differences make them unique and smart. You know what I'm saying? You and you blendisha nyumba, yeah? There's this one that speaks, this one doesn't speak. They blend, you know. You don't expect someone to be the same as the other person. So we understand parents have a lot of things that they're going through. We understand it, but they should also learn how to
The approach
they use to their kids. Inafaa kuwa very positive because whatever kids learn when at their childhood stage is what they take to their future, you know. And we need a better generation, and this generation can never be better if parents keep on bringing up their children in a very careless manner.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
in
the
a-
word actually, careless.
In a careless manner,
It's
yeah.
careless, you know.
Parents need to put their bitterness aside. We understand all that. We don't blame them, and we pray to God they heal. But they should learn how to approach kids. They should learn how to take care of their children, motivate them. Yani,
And even discipline
mold
them
their
in a way
kids.
that does not go share with my mom. Pia wewe uende ushare na mama. Now what happens to our moms?
beef.
Pia wao wanakuwa like at loggerheads because now you see it's like tuache tu kwa necessary close na.
honestly,
but
your
unajua,
closeness you later is
Ndio,
stuff.
yeah.
Imenikumbusha there's an uncle of mine. Sijui,
This is a story. This is a story. All right, go ahead.
I don't know what was. Sijui, he was helping me to what. So we mzunguka the offices, tumeenda. Then we go sit for lunch with his friends. Then he goes like, huyu ni mtoto wa dada yangu. Ule dada yangu tulinini hospitali. I'm like, guy,
Oh
wewe,
my God.
guy.
Wow.
Wait, nani?
Hold on.
Austin.
Weeps, bana.
Because me I'm like, hey, wait, uncle, bana.
Relax, man.
Najua tumenini lakini
But still.
cheza chini.
Cheza chini, relax, man.
Usianze kutoa
That's very
references.
shameful.
Because now you're like, then the friend starts now like, hey, how's your mom by the way?
You just
Eh,
said that.
after-
I remembered this show of mine, yeah? Nenda place ako like, uni mtoto wa ule mtoto wangu mwenye mwenye kinaenda kusema next.
whatever comes after your mwenye.
Whatever comes after that,
Eh.
hadi wewe hadi kama alikuwa moda food hadi unachana nayo. Kwa roho unasema Jesus.
You know, there's also me and the uncles. Hey,
You have stories.
hey, there's another one.
Sema,
I
tunataka
was-
whips wote.
I will give them whips. There's another one. I was supposed to like our place was like a bit far from town. So he was like sijui 20 bob to town. You can even walk actually. Ulikuwa na option ya kupanda gari tu juu unataka kupanda gari, but you can walk. So I was supposed to, I was a candidate at that time. So I was kulikuwa na ile pressure. So I was like, since I study home, there is no tuitioning and stuff, let me enda hii inaitwa KNLB National Library. Yeah, so ilikuwa
National Library.
ilikuwa town. So I was like, let me talk to the uncle, because my mom was like, yeah, just talk to your uncle. But he's the husband to my mom's sister. So he's not like uncle like my mom's bro. So like, talk to your uncle. Niliongea na your aunt, akasema tu you can call the uncle, because unajua society inakuwaga you can,
I know
a woman can't make decisions. So
Wow.
not me, the society make. So I called him. I was like, hey uncle, nilikuwa nauliza if it is okay I come crash at your place nikiattend sessions at library, because home nifaa kucommit hiyo fare. It's better I walk from his place to town. Hata asinipe fare, just host me for some 2-3 weeks.
Yeah.
Shule zi open. Hey, nigga was like, ningependa sana.
Ningependa.
Lakini kumejaa.
Wow.
Umejaa.
Now my aunt has not told me something like that. My aunt is like, hata cousin zako, there was a cousin of mine alikuwa sijui campus at that time was like, hata Anania yuko, you can come stay kwa room yake. I'm like,
It felt bad, I know.
because I'm like,
now you hate her.
niko like, ni
That's
chuki.
very
Nini
toxic.
And you
mnaweka
unajua
chuki?
like hata wazazi ndio wana instigate hizi machuki between like us peers. Unajua unaweza pata maybe our parents were not okay. Then they like try to bring that same energy.
But still, even without that, the relatives wanakuaga hivyo. Unaweza pata if the friend angepiga mtoto wake akuje huko, angechoose huyo ushinde ukuje. And it happens by the way. Na sijui kwa nini it happens, but people don't treasure. Sijui kwa nini your closeness here. Before I think there was a lot, kulikuwa na love sana. Times are really changing. And people, not, you know, times are changing, yes, but I think people are the ones who are changing.
Yeah.
You know, time inakimbia tu, inarantuna, you know, ni kama life iko. Life doesn't have to lower its standard for you. You have to up your standard for life.
Yeah.
So, life inakimbia, but at the same time, people ndo wanna change. Life doesn't change. Life inaendelea, but people change with seasons and time. You know, and as people change, una expect anything.
Yeah.
Both negative and positive. You can be very good with someone right now, your aunt, your cousin, very good, very close. And then the next moment, you're not good at all. I have this friend of mine. The parent died, the mom died. And you know, the mom died today. Tomorrow, they came to take the house from the kids. And then she went to live with a cousin. Do you know what? The cousin right now doesn't want the kids in that house. Like, it changes very fast. They change very fast. Very slight mistake inakuwa issue. Inakuwa issue. So people are really changing, and it is you know, let people be sometimes. Let people be. So what can be done for the relatives, you just let them be. And now you have to build good relationship now from now onwards. You know, you don't have to force things. Hiyo mambo ya kuwa close sana na family members.
Squeeze ya
You know, you kuwa close by danjo. Acha nikwambie, even sahi, if you get close to hamjua ile excess, mtaanza kuzoeana. Kama kuna boundaries, kuna ka disrespect ku come. Na inakamiki naturally.
Cause now
it is natural.
Squeeze, you find that sijui hiyo yenye mmekuwa close hadi you're visiting my place. Sasa if they get to a time na kuambia sijui nini, so unaanza kusikia vibaya na nyumbani yangu.
Exactly, expectations, entitlement. Na pia sasa unaweza niambia, unajua nini?
Na get ndio maana nasema hiyo kuzoeana sana ya hata as a friend, not even relatives alone. Hiyo kuzoeana sana ni ile ni kama sasa inaanza kuzoeana na Sonia, she's my cousin. Kwanza hiyo cousin kuna hiyo entitlement, you are, we are blood, you know what I'm saying? We are blood. So if I want to come, it is okay. And if you want to come to my place, it's okay. So tukizoeana tena ile zaidi, ile design sasa we are used to every weekend I'm with her, every weekend she comes home. Ile time ataniambia no,
atafeel
vibaya.
Exactly. And because kuna some people, they don't know how, then last week I said that in my family me by chance, literally. And I think that's how people are living these days. And like the olden days when you were like, wewe ni familia yangu, wewe ni mtu wangu. Yani we are us, you know. But now it's like literally by chance. So ndio maana I feel like watu wengine wana feel like, as in it's okay, I love you, I respect you as my cousin, but closeness too much. See, kuna watu hawajui kudifferentiate, kuseparate from boundaries. Like, okay, yes, you are cousins, but you are your own person. I'm my own.
Don't you have this cousin you mjazoeana? You know how you respect each other. You see
exactly
ile design.
Yeah.
And she run a come kesho uko like, oh my god, she's coming. Una welcome hadi kushindula mamazana hadi uko like, wewe ndio jichukulie vitu. Wewe mwenyewe kwanza unamletea hadi vitu akule. So I feel your boundary inafaa kuwa kept na stand hivyo.
Tuko tu tuna meet kwa family gatherings kama hivyo.
Yeah.
Like
for
okay,
real,
so
that's the only solution.
But yeah, if you want to
kuzoeana,
because hata like masengenyo tu, like hata kama like family members wanasengenyana, kwani inaanzanga wapi? Si ni kwa closeness
kuzoeana tu.
I shared 1 2 3 with you. We went and told, you know, we went and told.
Na ni lazima utasema, bado mtu jipata leo umekaa na umepiga story
Ushapromise
kwanza utasema it happens, and we kwanza women sisi kwanza tutasahau tuseme tumeongea kitu na wewe vya cousins, alafu nikuja kwambia hata bidhaa hata alisemaga hivi na hivi.
Exactly.
Sijasema maybe umsaje sema kubaya, but huyu mwingine vile atete.
Wewe uniongelea.
And especially unaona kwa mtu mwenye ana your boundaries, especially kwa family, yeye ana feel it's even okay for me to share with another family member.
Exactly.
Because after all,
We are family.
No.
And it's toxic. What the fuck? But you know, what now needs to be done is your boundary yekwe and watu wakae kwao.
We
I mean, it's
Honestly,
okay to
uzuri,
socialize. It's
uzuri.
okay to socialize. Like maybe once in a while, I really like, getting with my cousins, just catching up with but just
Ile once in a lifetime.
tuko tuna yani low maintenance.
Ile once in a
Yeah, once in a
lifetime.
life,
It's fun.
once in a blue
But
moon,
hiyo
like-
kila saa it
Me-
brings
me,
a
I
lot of
think-
disrespect.
me I'm not advising you guys to do like I do, but I avoid our relatives. Kwanza hizi family gatherings, I intentionally avoid them.
Honestly, I don't
Because-
remember the last time I went for a family.
Cause you go.
Wait, you didn't listen to that. You didn't listen to that, Bana.
Tumesikia.
What did I say?
Family. Family.
The Makamba.
Fam-
Not a Kikuyu.
Eh, nini
I think-
juice.
You know, I don't remember the
Next
last
time.
time nilienda family gathering by the way. I don't recall at all. I don't go, and I think that's why sijakuwa nimezoeana na cousins wangu. Ndio zani mtu azani call kwambia, "Hi Sophie, ukoaje? Can we meet?" Ile ndio na force meet kwa sababu mjai meet. Ile you keep it low key. So that is me, keep my space. Mi upenda hiyo boundary
But
na
that's the best. Because
that's the
kama kuna
best
mtu
way.
anaweza kudestroy, honestly, your relatives can
Sana.
destroy you. You know, you can be vulnerable with someone. I tell you something, yani very
Unamtrust
personal,
sababu ni
na
blood,
kutrust.
kumbe.
Kumbe anaenda anaambia
'Cause
mamake anaambia mama.
That thing,
You know, it's-
that thing happens in
Akidhania it's not a bad thing.
yeah.
But kumbe the mwenye anapeleka information is the
wrongest
wrong
person.
person.
Sasa
You
yeye
know what I'm
anataka
saying?
now akisambaza.
and they don't keep quiet. Ni family,
Yeah.
they don't
You
keep
don't
quiet.
so like watoto ukienda kwa family gathering
Kila mtu
hata
anakujua.
yeah, ama unaitwa meeting.
Mtu hata ujui
unakalishwa.
anakujua.
Ushisikia zile ule kazi yako unasikia ati mama yako anakuambia huyo kuna tabia mbaya, alijoja kwa tabia mbaya.
Exactly, alijojea kwa
Ati sitaki
tabia
kukuona
mbaya.
unatembea na huyo kazi yake ni kulala na wanaume.
Mpaka unakalishwa unaongeleshwa na
Mama.
ma-auntie because of something. Na hiyo kitu ulikuwa umeshare na mtu.
imagine,
Ujaenda family gathering, then there's just a cousin that you don't know of, but they know you. They're like,
Exactly.
your mom is my
Yeah.
aunt. Or you're like, huh?
Exactly.
Do I know you? You're like, unijui lakini
So now,
nakujua.
what are the solutions for this? Because now we have spoken about all these things, the problems, the whatever. Now let's find out a solution, because whenever there's a problem, there needs to be a solution. Exactly.
For the parents, you can start with like they need to heal. Honestly, they need to heal. They need to find
Yeah, for the family.
better
yeah.
ways to approach situations. Learn to deal with the behavior, not the child. You know, parents should be in unison. The mother and the dad, both of you should speak the same language. No,
Exactly.
usikwange dad uko hivi, then mom uko hivi. Unajua, as a child na feel mpaka ndo mtoto sana anaanza hata kupick
Hizo
sides.
sides, yeah.
Unajua,
Na
because
are you brought up na your love?
exactly, yeah, they should. So parents hapo, relatives, familiarity mingi, tuachane tunayo.
Me, I think for family, we should, first of all, we should drop the living in some other eras. Like if we were during your time, that's what was done to you. During my time, find a way to talk to me. Talk to me, like tell me, you know, during our days kulikuwa kunaenda hivi na hivi. During your days I see kunaenda hivi na hivi. But since I'm 50 years and you're 20, I have experience. So do this and this. But don't come and tell me, you know, it's you, you'll end up like Nini. Sasa hapo ndio I start being rebellious,
So
because I'm like,
open-minded.
because I'll be rebellious because I'm like, ai kwani huwezi tu niongelesha vizuri. But don't be rebellious to your parents.
So I think the right word to use for that, parents should grow with the time. You know, like remember that was your time. This is our time, and it doesn't mean that it is sahi because it's our time. You're supposed to entertain the stupidity things that we do. No, I don't mean that. I mean, as I grow, also grow with me, grow with time, and grow with the seasons. In that, you can motivate me when I need you. You can support me when I need you. When I go wrong, it's okay, discipline me. I need it anyways. You know what I'm saying? Because you cannot leave a child aende to. That's very bad. So we are not saying that parents should not discipline. No, do it.
In the
Discipline
right
us.
way.
We need it, you know? But in the right way. Kama hii age yangu si ya kuchapa mtoi.
True.
My mom is not supposed to beat me. Suppose anikalisha niambia, you know what Sophie, we need to discuss something, you know. Inaita nifanya nikuwe like, oh, so enyewe this one hapa nilifanya. But if you beat me, I feel like so msembo ananipiga by the way. Yeah, unaona naanza kuwa rebellious instead of looking at my life in a better perspective, naanza kuwa a very bad person. So we have really had a nice time with you guys. I hope you've learned. In case you have anything to add in for what you've been talking about, feel free, comment down there, and you're always gonna see us around. Have a nice time, and we enjoyed spending the time with you.
Bye.